So where we are is a place of simplicity. It's a place of transformation.
When you come here, there is this way of living, and there is deep healing that happens. There is personal sustainability that happens through healing.
Oh, the very thing that changed me when I arrived in Maya is each day, there's no more me. There's no more I. Whatever I do, I cannot do anything personal, because when I see my environment, my surrounding, I'm looking at it as a collective project, not as a personal thing. You become unselfish, you become unlimited at the same time. There's nothing to gain for me. There's always something to give. And what I have noticed, when I'm doing it, I feel so alive and happy. I'm always laughing, and when people see me like that, it's like a virus. They get infected. When I'm in this nature, everything seems to work out well. There's no need to think, there's no need to plan. Everything works out well the way it should be.
There's a lot of talk about the global warming and how we're polluting the planet, and it all comes from this story of separation, that we're not the same as our environment, that we're all separate, we're walking around and we're competing, and it's kind of driving everything into this story of separation. But now I think the shift is starting to come into this story of connection.
I grew up in the city, and I always thought that, I have this imaginary minimal level of luxury. Otherwise, I'm not happy. It's great because the environment, nature, teaches you can let go of these things that you think are so necessary and so important to sustain your life or your comfort. I meditate here, and having mountains around you is palpable. Putting my hands into carabao dung and touching earthworms. I never had the experience of chopping my own coconuts in Manila. I would always let the coconut vendor do it for me because it's part of the service. I pay you money, you open the coconut for me. Wow, there's no comparison.
It really highlights that the more you accumulate, the less free really you are. The more attachment to things you have, the more those things end up owning you. And living off land where you can eat coconuts, you can eat bananas, you can really thrive, heal yourself with this. And it's all there, it's all more or less free. The only thing you've really got to do is just look after the land around you. And when you realise that you're part of that land, and so is everybody else, you begin to see that whenever you damage it, you're really damaging a part of yourself as well.
I have been working in the nonprofit field for the last 10 years, from peace building to environmental awareness, environmental management, interfaith dialogue, social campaigns, climate change. In my work, there was something I've been looking for, something at the core of things.
Yeah, there's a great need for a community to be built. Let's just stay together. Let's not even think about building one. Let's just stay together because we think the same.
When we look at a tree, it's perfect. It's already everything. And a community that is transforming and a community that's growing is that tree. And that is what Maya is about. It mirrors that organic growth in community as family. Not insular family, but family where everyone is your mother, and everyone is your father, and everyone is your brother, and everyone is your sister, right? When we look at a bunch of plants, they're already family. They're already family. They're already sharing all the resources that are being provided. It's the sunlight, the soil, the water, everything, right? That's an eco-village. And family is that. And when we're in family, we sit at the table and we share it in such a way that, you know, we're satisfied when everyone is satisfied.
So I understand this on the level of not just changing our habits. It's not about changing our diet, measuring your carbon footprint. Our addictions and our conditions seem to lie on the basis of our belief systems. We tend to look at a lot of things in a very fear-based manner. We invest so much energy on worrying when we don't have enough resources to buy things and to own things and to maintain a lifestyle that we're used to. So when you live with a whole bunch of people, to look at some of those beliefs and really look at those beliefs and really look at those beliefs that the human body needs this in order to survive, to sustain itself, or to become happy.
Before I even got here, there was transformation that was happening because of my intention to come here. That Maya was already starting to create changes in me. But when you come here and you deeply experience the truth and reality that Maya offers, it can't be denied. It can't be denied that there is this way of living and knowing yourself and living in community.
What I'm learning from nature is that simple living, raw food, working on solar power source so that I can only use 3 hours of my laptop and hike up a mountain to go get Wi-Fi signal has helped me develop more time for myself and for my self-inquiry. And I could wake up at 5:30 in the morning every day to witness the sunrise. And I could close my computer at 5:30 so I could catch the sunset.
We see all these cars and things go by, and I fully respect what people have done with motor vehicles and this whole industrial revolution. When it came along, it came along as it needed to come along, and now I'm interested in focusing on how we can develop that into and evolve that into something that's different. You know, I want to be able to travel from A to B in a high speed and in comfort, but I think there are ways to do that are more in line with consciousness.
The raw food is such a way in which there is ease because your body's not creating so much energy and to consume foods. It's you know, my system has never worked so well and felt so light. And I was a pretty balanced person before I came here. And to feel this flow of lightness through my body that is a result of being in nature, sleeping out where I could see the stars, and consuming foods that are have the lightness and the energy of the sun.
It was so easy to give birth in a community. It was so easy. And whatever topic I would discuss about water birthing, about raw food, they would just say yes and affirm and affirm and affirm. And you know what affirmation would bring to people? It's confidence, right? Now that I could see that I'm in a community and I could feel the support of all the people around, like you would see the genuine love from them. I realized that, okay, I shouldn't do this alone, that we can actually do it because we already know how to do it. Like for me, I'm so lucky to have all the like-minded people around because you know they'll support you, right?
The basic solutions for sustainability can just be found right in front of us, right on the soil. Nourishment comes from the plants in the garden. Housing comes from the soil, the mud that you can find anywhere. Power from the sun. A whole system of waste management based on the principles of how the ecosystem works. And even the way people deal with each other based on how nature works. It's like the earth is our school. It's reminding us over and over again how a lot of original societies or communities have seen nature, have seen the environment as something that's not separate from us.
Maya is one of the first intentional communities in the Philippines. It is the first intentional raw food community in maybe Asia. And this is important. The biggest reason why we use fossil fuels is because of food production. We are extracting oil from the ground, and the reason why we're burning that is because we need to process food. So when you start living on foods that come in its natural condition, it does many, many things. It heals the body. It's cheap. It stabilizes you on an emotional level. It makes you strong, but most importantly, it leads us into sustainability. It makes us sustainable. It allows us to live in harmony with Gaia and with all the creatures in it.
You know, nature is my teacher here. Nature is the way that speaks to us about and gives us, you know, meaning, and there's no distraction from it here.
You just have to be open to everything. It's just love. You feel everything. You feel the nature, you feel the intention, you feel the connection, you feel the transformation.
It's really home. I don't feel that I have to hold something back. This is who I am, and it's just so much gratitude to flow with that and to be that.